All right, Raymond and Sons, Raymond and Sons, Raymond and Sons. What is going out there, my Raymond and Son podcast crew? It's me, and I got my main man on the other side of the mic, Mr. Rod Roberts. How are we doing today, sir?
Doing fine. How about yourself?
Can't complain. We had a good afternoon or good early morning afternoon today. We had an opportunity to do some family time. We got a chance to see each other. We did a little bit of Jurassic World. We got to
Oh
go to
yeah.
the BT Center, and all the kids and us got to hang out for a little bit. So I think that was good. But all in
Mm.
all, I can't complain, man. It was a pretty low key Saturday for the most part for me. What about you?
Yeah, about the same. I was at Jurassic World with you. Got pretty good show. Um, Came home. The wife's waiting.
Yep.
It's time to go do some errands.
Yep.
So I was
It's
at Big
Saturday. It's
Lots.
errand day.
Yeah, I was at Big Lots, Target, Petco, some everywhere.
Petco. So you got
Yeah,
something for that?
yeah. Emma got a new bed and toy. Oh, no water today. It's tea.
Oh.
Arizona. Get the check. Cut the check.
All right. So this podcast is being sponsored by Arizona Tea Company.
Yeah,
So what type of
Arizona
tea?
sweet tea.
The sweet tea?
Yeah. If it don't got the white label on it, it ain't sweet.
I'm more of a Arnold Palmer man myself. I can't
It
do the
ain't a
sweet tea
bad
by
drink.
itself. So I do the sweet tea with the lemonade, do a little mix. That's kind of one of my go-tos. So shout out
Yeah.
to Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, it ain't a bad matchup. It ain't mix up. I ain't dabbled in the Arnold Palmer here and now.
Right.
But
All right.
today
Only
is straight
when it's
sweet tea.
serious. Okay, so that means it's probably good for the podcasting voice too. It makes that nice deep voice that you can
Yeah.
connect to our crew. So I think that sounds good.
Yeah. The sweet tea helps with that.
There you go. Get with the very white voice.
Yeah,
On
for the
me.
ladies.
There you go.
Hey, ladies.
There you go. Shout out to all the ladies, my wife. First off,
Yeah.
um,
My
of
wife
course,
too. I
yes.
want to
Make sure
die
you
today.
shout out your wife. Yes, yes. Shout out to Ophelia and the future Miss Amelia.
Okay.
So what's going on with the week though? So another good week. Anything new? Anything different before we start talking about sports?
Um, I don't really want to bring it up. AB.
What happened? Let's just. Oh, you know what? Let's just start with it. Let's just start with it. So last
Um,
week, we talked
I,
a little
I
bit about
still think they
AB.
trying to pin it on him because he cussed them out. I know how Hollywood PD get down, so
So
I
last week
don't.
we talked a little bit about AB. We were talking about how what is going on with him, but we figured. I mean, we figured we were just ending that, and it would be a quiet off season. All of a sudden, we'd hear about him. Some team would pick up on him, and all of a sudden, this past week, Rod and I see news. Of course, it's close to home. AB has a warrant
Yeah.
for arrest for what, burglary and battery.
Mm-hmm. At his own property. I don't even know how that possible. Battery, yeah. Burglary,
You gonna steal your own stuff? Is
yeah.
that
I
what it is?
guess it's crazy, but he did get into it with the police the week before, so
So, man ends up turning himself in. What was the bail for? Like $110,000 or something?
yeah, something like that. It was
Can't
yeah,
use his
110,000
passport,
like that. It's pocket change, to him. So
and they want a mental evaluation on him. I
mm,
I saw.
yeah, yeah. AB gotta go to therapy.
All right, so is this more like, is there something deeper? Is this just him wilding out again? Is this him asking for attention? Is there, like, should we really be worried about this guy, or is he just trying to do a publicity stunt? Because he wasn't doing this in the last few years.
It's not good for the line of thing we do in the podcast, but I can't really speak on it because you don't know the whole story. You don't know what happened with him and his baby mama. You don't know the whole thing, so you really can't say, okay, yeah, he tripping. You don't know if it was he kept somebody kept poking him and he just lost it. You know, AB is a very interesting character. So, you know, he got his own style. You know, he a brand, so it's only right that he got to be at normal.
Well, speaking of his style, what do you think about what he had on in court? He had the
Oh, the
tracksuit underneath, and he had
aqua
the
suit.
peppermint color suit, and he had the ankle bracelet. Unfortunately,
Yeah, you know, AB is AB. So he gonna do AB things. And hey, when I seen it, I said, yeah, that's something AB aware. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know what he got going with the dreads, but you know the style. You know, AB do what AB do. I ain't seen him wear a suit, no shirt on multiple times.
yeah, yeah.
So you know that's his style. He a brand. So when you are a brand, you gotta kind of like stand out and be different than normal. You gotta like curve a little bit. So I was, yeah, that was a nice suit though.
So is this one of these, bad news is good news as long as it's news whether it's good or bad?
Yeah, because you got to think of like this. He he keeping headlines,
He
keeping
is.
his name relevant.
He is.
So you know he's in the headlines, so people always gonna be talking about him. So he's staying relevant. So that's a good thing. But the way he doing it might be a bad thing when it
Yeah.
comes to the money. Because you think about it, like Dez Bryant, right?
Yeah, that's right. Des Bryant.
Yeah, like Dez Bryant. He's quiet.
Uh-huh.
Only time I heard about Dez this season is when he spoke out about Jason Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh damn, Dez.
We forgot about Des. I mean,
Yeah, like, oh shit, Dez. And then he want to make an NFL comeback. So he's only what 31. So him and AB the same age.
funny thing about the whole Des thing is I remember the two teams that wanted to talk to him. One of them wasn't one of them the Ravens, and he said he didn't want to play for the Ravens.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
They offered him the most. They offered
They
him like
offered him the
27
most.
million or something like that.
Ooh. Well, what could have been, huh? What could have?
Um, yeah, he would have thrived in a style of play with Lamar
Yeah, he would have.
because you would have had Hollywood over top,
Uh-huh.
Willis Snead mid
Mm-hmm.
range to over top, and then him underneath, muscling DBs and able to take the hits from the linebackers. So yeah, that would have been real potent.
That could have been the second coming of Des 2.0.
Not to disrespect him, I don't know about that, but he'd have
He would
been
not be
good though.
relevant again. They would have been talking about him.
Yeah, he would have been good. I don't
Was,
know. I heard
was
he want to come back to Dallas though.
I heard that. I heard that was one of the teams, but
Yeah, I heard he want to come back and play that Jason Witten role. But I think Jason Witten gonna end up going to New York. I think Jason Garrett signed with New York, right?
as an offensive coordinator,
Yeah, like offensive coordinator.
so this man went from being retired, coming back, and I guess he wanted a couple more years left. So
Yeah, he
I mean,
get it
he
while
had
he
the
can.
job. He had the perfect job after NFL. That's the job that
No disrespect, he
NFL
wasn't
players.
good at that though.
I'm not saying that he wasn't good. I'm just saying
He got to
he
go take
had
a
the
class, a
job
couple classes.
that everybody would want. Is Monday night. That's the only game that people are watching, and that's like that job that everybody aspires to. And he's like, I want to go back to the league. Which, hey man, if you
Yeah,
keep
if
on
the
playing,
door's
you
still
can play.
open, why not walk back through it?
Keep on playing. But you think he's
Because most
gonna
time
have
when
that
you retire,
opportunity
the
again?
door closed and
Yeah,
locked.
yeah, that's true. So
So
I guess the question is, I mean, I don't remember who. Don't they got Evans or Evan? What's the tight end's name over?
oh, you talking about Ingram?
Oh, Ingram. Yeah, yeah. So I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, I guess he takes.
Jason can mentor him. Ingram got a long career ahead of him. Jason Wayne got a couple more years. I said two max, but
Max, definitely.
He's still an excellent blocker, and then he got football knowledge. That's hard to stop when you got football knowledge. Like even though he can't outrun nobody. Okay, go ahead. I know he
But
can't outrun nobody, but
I mean, he's playing old man game right now. It's like in
yeah,
basketball when you're playing old man game, you're not the
you hit him with a
fastest.
fade away, bake him down.
What you do, so that's what he's doing. He's got the little tricks that he can do now.
Right.
And
You
he's
know how to
probably
lean
is
into
playing.
you.
I mean, I'm sure they're not making him practice every day. He's probably now,
Well, nobody don't practice like they used to.
well, that too. But I'm sure for him, I mean,
He probably
the
don't have to
rep.
show up to training camp on time. He ain't doing no spring tour days or nothing like that now.
But he's gonna be the type that. I mean, but he seems like he's a good teammate. He may be one that he'll show up to training
Yeah,
camp, but he'll be
like
the
he'll
one
be
on the
good for
side
Ingram.
on the bike. When everybody else is trying to figure out the plays and stuff, he'll just be on the bike
Yeah.
talking to people.
He'll be like if he go to New York, he'll be good for Ingram. He can show him some tricks. Share some of that knowledge. And he the kind of person that will share it. He ain't one of them guys that like, hey, you just learn on your own. Go for now.
So does if Garrett doesn't go to New York, well,
I think he went.
New York,
I'm not sure.
yeah, we gotta look.
Well,
We gotta do, let's do
we
that
can
fact
look it up
check.
right now.
The fact check. But my question is, I mean, who else picks up Jason Witten? Dallas probably does it just until.
Yeah, Jerry will pick him up.
Just because of everything that he's done for the organization. Yeah. But outside of them, I mean, I guess it depends on what he's got to get paid.
Yeah. So I think he would go there.
The price is right for a team, then the team will do it. Okay.
Yeah, he signed as the offensive coordinator for New York Giants.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of New York Giants, we'll talk a little bit about Eli Manning.
Yeah.
All right. So
he caught it a career. He had a decent career.
All right. So for those of you guys who don't know, Eli Manning retires after 16 seasons with the New York Giants. Got himself 2 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you're not feeling one of those Super Bowls, but
I ain't feeling none of them.
Yeah, okay. Either of the Super Bowls, but he's got his 2 rings, and I mean this year, David Jones ends up being the quarterback of the future. Comes in to the Giants. Eli plays a couple of games in the beginning, then he gets benched by Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to figure out if he's going to play the mentorship role or not.
Don't forget they bring him back.
Yeah, when David Jones was hurt, he got to play a game, but at the end of the day, he ended up deciding to retire. So I guess he decides to retire because 1, he knows he's not going to start the Giants, and then 2, is it one of those conversations where he wants to end it on his terms, or does he and his agent and his family, they look around the league to see if he's got any other options, and he only wants to start somewhere, and if he can't start,
right? They probably
did
that. They probably looked and said, "Okay, you Mark Brunell now. You're gonna be a quality backup.
Mm-hmm.
Mentor the the young boys in front of you, and that's it. That's your role."
Mm-hmm.
So,
because what if he's played 16 years? He's probably 38, 39. So, so I guess the question is, does he feel like he wants to do that backup thing? Or
no, obviously, he retired, so he didn't want to do it. He could have made, the money was there.
Mm-hmm.
He would have had, probably the top backup money, but he probably didn't want to play that role. He probably didn't want to do the role he did this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
that's true.
also into the decision.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it, you started 15 years.
Yeah.
From day 1, you was the starter, and then all of a sudden, they sit you on the bench, and now your routine is holding a clipboard, asking the guy that took your position, what did he see?
Mm-hmm.
And still, but you off the field, you still doing everything else. You go into the meetings, the practices, and stuff like that. So
yeah, so he's like, No retirement tour. No, hey, let me see if I still got it type deal.
Nah.
I guess he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Does he really have anything else that he's got to?
I'm ask you this though.
Yeah.
First, is he a first ballot Hall of Fame?
Woo! That's been the topic of discussion.
Cause I think his record is 118 and 118.
That's a good question. What is his record?
It's his record is tied with his losses. I know that for a fact. But he also got 2 Super Bowl rings.
I mean, that's the thing is how many people. I mean, quarterbacks that have 2 Super Bowls. I mean that's saying something. Because when you got some good quality quarterbacks who's got none. I mean, would I say he's a above average quarterback? Like when I'm listing the names of quarterbacks who played in the league, does Eli come to mind? To me,
Nah.
no, no. I mean,
When
do
he
I
was
feel like
winning, his name wasn't like that.
hmm, like was he ever a top 5 quarterback when he
Nah.
was playing?
Yeah. He was just like he's there. He was kind of consistent. Like you knew
Yeah,
what you were gonna get out of him.
yeah.
You knew you were gonna get 35 touchdowns for mid 30 touchdowns and double digit interception.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's you knew what you were gonna get out of him. 3,500 yards to 4,000. You know.
I mean, I think people will always remember him for being a dude that threw the helmet catch. I mean,
Yeah.
that's his probably one shining
No,
moment.
they were his legacy would be strong because he'll be the one that beat Brady twice in the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
yeah, yeah.
So he, they're no as they call him Patriot Slayer, but that's what he'd be known at. But
Hmm.
First ballot Hall of Fame, no, because T.O. didn't
No,
get in.
no, I definitely don't think
I
first
know
ballot.
T.O. don't got the Super Bowl rings, but like T.O. is second and third in stacks at his position.
But we all know what T.O.'s problem is, though. I mean, T.O.'s problem is nobody really liked him.
Right,
Or the people that's his thing. But I mean, this
but
guy, he's got the name, he's got that whole Manning name, so
but
that's
he,
gonna
yeah, he got the man and last name. But I'm just saying, like Eli ain't in no top 5 in
no,
no quarterback statistics in the NFL. Giants, he probably own all them records.
yeah, yeah, probably be. I mean, it was him and Phil Simms. I mean, so he probably
Right.
beat Phil Simms with most of his stuff.
So,
So,
but
so
that just
definitely not
came
first
from him
ballot.
playing longer than Sims.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
So he's definitely not first ballot. I guess question number 2
yeah.
is he gonna be a Hall of Fame worthy quarterback? Period.
Right. So,
Maybe what? How many times do you have an opportunity to be on the ballot before you can't do it anymore? Or is it different in basketball and football? Isn't one
I
of
think
them
it's
that?
different. I think NFL you can just keep going until you try to hit your hand.
Yeah.
But maybe third. Like not he won't you got to be retired 2 years before you eligible.
I think so.
So n- n- not the first 2
No.
badge. Maybe the third badge you let him slide in there.
Yeah, he's later. I mean,
Cause
he'll.
just because of the 2 Super Bowls and he helped win. Like he didn't get carried. Like he threw
Mhm.
touchdowns and did what he did in them championship games.
Yeah,
So
you'll remember him in the Super Bowls,
right,
and because the games are tight, you're gonna remember him. But no, I don't think first ballot. Does he eventually get in? Probably. I won't be
right.
surprised if he doesn't. I won't be surprised if he does. And
Nah,
you know,
not first ballot. Like if he get
no,
in first ballot, I'm surprised.
no, yeah, no. I'm just saying I won't be surprised if he is a Hall of Famer at one point in his life.
Right, yeah. Later in life. Much later.
Yeah, yeah. Like not one of these, first, second, third, probably later.
Yeah. I ain't saying he was a bad quarterback. He was,
No, no, no.
he
Hey,
was a good quarterback.
you played in the league for 16 years. You've got to do something right,
Right. He was a
you
good
know.
quarterback.
And
It's
I
just
mean,
that
16 years, 2 Super Bowls. Look, you get something.
yeah, his stat line just average.
Yeah.
Not to be disrespectful, but it's just average. Like your career stats is average.
Yeah.
So he'll make it in. He got 2 Super Bowl rings. If he don't make it, I still got 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. All right, so we did that nice giant type of transition, but we got something big going on in South Florida in a couple of weeks. I mean,
Well,
we're
not even a
hosting
couple weeks.
something.
1 week, Super Bowl.
That's right, not this week, but next week. I mean, we are hosting something here.
Mhm.
I mean, we're gonna
Would you
have the
be
Super
Would you
Bowl.
be attending in the event?
You know, I thought about because they were saying like, and I forget where it is, but whatever the place is, like they were saying that it's $20. For like today, tomorrow. They close Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday they put up to $40. I feel like when is the next time Miami's gonna have a Super Bowl?
When they get a new stadium?
So that might not be for another 10 years?
Yeah, I don't know. They better pray it don't rain.
No, because it rained yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Rain
So
every day here.
I mean, it's been a weird winter though because some days it was cold, some days it's raining, some days it's not. So
Cause the field open though. I don't know. Like that canopy, it didn't make sense to me.
he didn't want to go all the way.
You
I
should
guess
have
in the
just
money.
told the little square. Why you leave the field open and the most expensive seats in the stadium in direct sun?
Look, this is why I'm just a podcaster, man. I don't make those decisions, I guess.
Like close the roof. Cause I know he did it to host this Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Cause when they told him, "Hey man, you got to do upgrades and stuff like
yeah,
that
yeah.
if you want a Super Bowl," I know he did what he did.
Hmm?
But when they just showed me them playing, I was like, "Hey man, close the top."
Yeah. I mean, you're spending all that money already.
Right? Why the field got to be? I know
You've
this is
got
South Florida and it's a sunshine state, but I would have did remember how the Cowboy Stadium used to be, where you hit you got to open in like 8 hours before the game or something.
that. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I did
Be okay
like
with
a
that.
retractable canopy.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's raining and stuff, I can close it. If it's not, we leave it open.
Yeah, you can look at the weather report. I mean, yes, it's Florida and the suspect, but you will know if it's like a torrential downpour or if it's sprinkling.
Right.
And
So, and the Super Bowl supposed to be played on neutral ground.
mm-hmm,
Like weather-wise, it's gonna be neutral because it's
mm-hmm.
not gonna be super hot.
Because they're playing
But
I mean, lately it's been in the 60s, so
yeah,
it'll be nice. But
it's
like
gonna
you
be like
said,
playing in a
they,
dome
they better
weather-wise.
hope.
But
Yeah, they better hope that it is not
if
raining.
it rain, that's a whole nother story. Then it's gonna be Chicago Bears versus the Colts,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or it's gonna be New Orleans. Remember New Orleans Super Bowl?
That the New Orleans against the Colts, that one?
Yeah, cause it was Chicago versus who? When
Uh,
Devin Hester ran back to open
no,
that
wasn't that
kickoff.
Chicago and Indy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when they were making that big setup with the two coaches that were coaching. So yeah.
Yeah, it rained the whole game.
Mm,
Game was just sloppy.
yeah.
So hopefully it's a nice day here in South Florida. Nice sunny, calm day because the Dolphin owner decided not to close the roof. So the field is in open air.
Have you
Now the
driven by? I mean,
fans,
yeah. Have you
yeah,
driven by it
they're doing
recently?
a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they converted Marlins Park into the NFL Live experience.
Yeah, that's where they're doing it. Okay.
Yeah, that's not around the corner.
No, it's not. I mean, people think that Miami. I mean, people don't realize when they think of the. We know, but the world thinks that you know that park, that stadium is probably in downtown Miami, next to the Miami Heat Stadium. No, like you are just on the other county line road. Like you are in like Broward. You're
Right.
just barely crossing over. So
Yeah, none of them stadiums are like really close to each
no,
other.
no, it's not one of those things where you can take a quick Uber 10 minutes down the street and you're there.
No.
Like you will be battling traffic.
Yeah, like
Traffic.
each one of them on a different highway.
Uh-huh.
Miami Heat is off of 95.
Yeah.
Marlins is off what? Palmetto
Eight,
Express?
836.
Causeway, right?
836 or 826.
Yeah.
836, 836.
And the Dolphin Stadium is off of Turnpike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But yeah, the NFL doing they live at Marlin Park, and then they excuse me, they got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I gotta see if I can try to, figure out. Let me see if I can find, Super Bowl events.
They got a lot of stuff set up around the stadium for people to do.
We're gonna take a look at this real quick. Let me give you the lowdown on what they got going on here. We got some Super Bowl Live, Bayfront Park.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like so. That's another location that's not
That's far
close
away too.
to anything else either. So they got the Super Bowl experience over at the Miami Beach Convention Center.
Mm-hmm.
So they got that going on till the 25th to the 1st. On the 27th, Super Bowl open night at Marlins Park.
Mm-hmm.
On February 1st, they got the Taste of the NFL over at the Diplomat. And again, that's somewhere totally different as well. So,
Like it's all over Miami.
So
it's spread it out everywhere. So the whole city, well, South Florida, so from Fort Lauderdale, Broward County to Miami should be jam packed this week coming up. So,
yeah, I gotta see. If I was thinking, I should have seen if I could have done something today at the Miami Beach Convention Center because that's the first day.
Yeah, it would have been today, right?
It was today, the 25th. They got something going on in the Miami Beach Convention Center, and the prices are cheaper. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the week is still young, so we'll see what we got going on. Because today they had it from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Tomorrow they got it 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Monday is closed. Tuesday is closed, and Wednesday they open it back up. So,
check it out.
I don't know, man. I might do something down in West Palm though too. But if this is the Super Bowl, I got to think about it, man.
Yeah, everybody keep asking me, "Are you throwing a Super Bowl party?"
You doing a Super Bowl party?
I'm doing a
doing a commercial watching party.
Oh yeah,
that's what you're doing.
I'm doing that. I'm gonna order some ribettes from Applebee's, the finger foods and stuff like that, and then.
Is your father-in-law come and watch the game again like he did last year?
He might try. I don't know. I'm just gonna probably hang out. Order, some ribs, chicken, make some dip, and enjoy the Super Bowl.
Okay, this is nice because you see, you haven't experienced this much in your football career as a fan.
Not being
able to watch the game to just appreciate
right
what
so Patriots
going
ain't
on.
In there. Yeah, Patriots not in this one, so ain't no more. Oh my God! Please catch the ball. Please stop them. Ain't no more there. Just me, a fan of the game.
You can just chill and watch.
Right, just enjoying every bit.
Because I know
the commercials.
On that chat, you are either targeted or you target people, especially these last two Super Bowls. And I remember you and our other Raymond and Sons co-host Desiree, talking a little beef with the Philly against the Patriot Super Bowl. So
yeah, she got the last word on that, but who had the last word last year?
I know. So this will be nice. So yeah, you have a Super Bowl party. I mean, we may have a little. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be called party. I mean, I think the four of us will probably, watch it. Maybe probably downstairs, maybe big screen. We'll see how affiliate does, but I don't. I mean, it's just too late. I mean, I'm old man. I got to go to work the next day. I can't.
Can't
so
call in?
no. So So this means we're gonna have to do another podcast before the Super Bowl so that we actually talk about our picks because we got a lot of
Yeah,
stuff going on. So we're gonna
I'm
have
a
you
hold
guys,
off because
yeah.
I
Well,
normally I'd have been like, bam, I'm taking them, but I'm a hold off.
let's hold off. We wanted to introduce just the beginning, just to give you the taste, so that next week we can go in team. So
Right.
we'll let them holding off. But I must say, did the championship games? We talked about championship game last week, right? We
Yeah.
do synopsis, yeah. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. College champion. Yeah. College over.
no, no,
So
no,
I'm
not college.
done.
I'm talking. No, we did talk about the NFL championship
Oh, you
game.
say
So
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The conference
that,
championship game. We talked about that. Yeah. So
okay, so we're good to go. So then, I figured maybe talk a little bit about college basketball.
no.
No, no,
NC. No. No.
no. I'm gonna give props. I'm
Oh,
gonna
we
give
can talk about
props
that.
to,
That
to Coach
Kentucky fight.
Williams. We'll do that too. Okay, so we
Yeah.
gotta give props to my Roy Williams. I mean, he finally
Oh yeah. It
ended up
passed.
getting his 880th career victory.
Yeah. You know I'm
And
an NC fan, so it's
yes,
hard
I
here,
know.
baby.
And I
So
both. I mean, this is the one team that we both appreciate.
agree
So we
on.
see eye to eye on that. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had a tough
Shout out to
season.
Roy Williams.
Yes, Roy Williams,
Keep
number
winning. Keep
15.
racking them up.
Yes, yes, yes. This year is tough, tough with
Yeah.
Anthony being hurt.
When Cole went down, the season went down.
Yeah, yeah. So the question
So
is, people are saying, hey, should he come back? Should he just sit out? And he wants to come back. So when he's ready, the question
yeah,
is going to
because
be,
I
he's
seen him before he went to NC. He the kind of person he gonna come out and show. He got to show you why he
yeah.
the top at his position. So
And I
when he
think,
said he coming back, I was like, yeah, that don't surprise me.
too, like he's got something to prove. And I think what people like, I mean, he sits out, he's still going to be a top five pick.
Right,
Fine.
but
It would be
he can
very
go get
similar.
the money, or
Yeah.
he can go get the money, or he can come back and get more recognition and more prepared for the NFL. I mean, in the NBA.
I mean, I
So,
still think he may end up coming out, but I think the question was, would he play the rest of the season or not? And I feel like for
oh
him,
no, I won't come back for that. Ain't no,
mm,
it don't make sense.
I mean, I think for him, that's my question. Like, I think he's gonna
You
come
think he
back
going
this year,
uh,
show,
nah?
because they say he's a couple of. I mean, again, the business decision. What do you do from a business perspective? Is it
Right, you got
worth
to
it?
talk
I
to
mean,
the fam.
if he plays, is it worth him going to NCAA tournament and losing in the first round?
I don't think they'll lose the first round. Maybe third. Because you got well, they're gonna be a low seed.
No, they're gonna be like a double-digit seed.
Yeah, so they're gonna be a high seed. So the competition start off hard instantly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're right.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna say game one. Just if he's 100%, not game one, maybe game two,
hmm
because of fatigue.
yeah.
But
I mean that's the biggest question is we are in January. So if he comes back in February, like if he doesn't come back, then they clearly don't make the tournament. I don't think they make the tournament.
no,
If he comes back, is do they take away a spot from somewhere else because he is a top five pick and they say, well, this is how they were when he was there, this is how it was when they weren't there.
right?
But if
Because we were rolling when he was there.
yeah, they did a
I
little
had a couple
something.
losses now.
Yeah, they did a little something, and I mean I think that the rest of the team is probably playing better now, or they're learning how to play. So when he comes in, I mean it's probably a better team.
Right.
But the question is going to be, if he comes in, can they make the tournament? If they can't make the tournament, does he still play? And
Nah,
then,
if they don't make the tournament, ain't no use to coming back.
Mhm. and then number two, like you said, is does he decide, hey, do I want to come back my second year?
I think
Because
he come back sophomore year.
I mean, you and I would both be happy with that. Because
Cause
I hear that the team's got what, four McDonald's All Americans
yeah, I
is what I
don't
was seeing, is what my sources are telling me.
cause his situation, like the Kyrie situation. When Kyrie was in college, you remember, like he
Mhm.
got hurt and he was done.
Yeah, and I feel like he's and I didn't know Kyrie. I mean, I knew of him because UNC
But I
Duke, that
don't know
whole
if
thing.
the
But
talent level is equal. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like everybody knew Kyrie was. I mean, knew of, and they were just talking about his handles. They knew like I was
Yeah,
always man, you're gonna risk. I mean, he only played what 4 or 5 games, and you're gonna draft him this high, and all the scouts they saw something, yeah.
right.
But
So I don't like Kyrie was guaranteed to be the number one pick
mhm,
when he got hurt or not.
yeah,
So I don't think the talent. Kyrie. The talent probably a little better.
mm-hmm,
So he was getting like I'm pretty sure somebody was in there. You number one.
yeah,
You don't have nothing else to prove.
yeah.
With Cole, if they say, "Oh, you're a lottery pick," man, you be like, "Okay, cool. I can improve on it if he
That's a
want."
good point. That's a good point that you bring up because is somebody gonna be? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know who's gonna be the worst team in the league to have that number one pick. But
Oh,
you,
we.
that's another good
I
point that
have
you
an
bring.
idea.
What you thinking?
Chicago.
Chicago,
Yeah.
man. So you got Kobe White right now,
Yeah.
and then you pick up. I mean, that could
They
be
ain't
a
gonna
team.
pick up Cole with
No,
Kobe because they changed how the lotto work anyway.
that's true. That's true. It's not necessarily the worst team, and you have
Right.
the highest percentage. They doing something else, so you
No.
can't just think.
Like if they say he's a top five pick, then I'm gonna say, young man, go get your money.
Hmm.
But if they say, oh, you gonna slip, but or if you the kind of guy like, okay, I played 9 games, right? You played 8 or 9 games,
Probably, yeah.
yeah. So in college, do I see myself learning more? And I mean, not academically, like basketball IQ,
Yeah. I mean, you're playing at UNC. You got one of the best who's ever done it.
right?
You've got
Like,
plenty of people that come through that whole you. I mean, you come back another year. I mean, you go to UNC, so you already are gonna
right.
be somebody. You go to UNC and you do something. Oh my gosh! Like,
So
and that's what I heard. Like when he had his options, he wanted to go to UNC more because of the legacy of the connections and like the brotherhood after basketball is done,
right.
that fraternity.
So
So
I think he should, like that's something he got to sit down with his team and be like, okay,
his dad, yeah, what his dad thinks.
yeah, like do I see myself getting? Because if you say okay, of course everybody can get better, physically and stuff in college or NBA
Mhm.
because you're gonna have better trainers, you're gonna have a
Better competition, yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just gonna be all
only on
around better,
basketball
so it's gonna make
4/7.
you physically better.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is the learning IQ.
Yeah,
So the basketball IQ, if you say, okay, I come back my sophomore year, my basketball IQ gonna go here.
yeah,
Because the NBA, they gonna throw you in there, and then
yeah.
if your basketball IQ ain't here, it's gonna take you a couple years to get it there.
Yeah, and you see that sometimes where you got some people who are coming out because they want the money.
Right,
And yes, I'm always gonna tell you get your money when you have an opportunity. So I'm not
right,
one that's gonna tell you don't get your money. But two, I think that it may stunt your growth. Like I always feel like there's something to dominating, and when you have an
right,
opportunity to dominate, that sticks into your head. And when you go to that next level, you feel more confident to dominate. Whereas,
right,
you're playing. I mean, you're playing with boys. You didn't really get a chance to dominate, and now you're all of a sudden going to be going to men,
right.
and you're not going to
No,
have that. So I
and
think
I
there is
feel
something
like
to that.
like like Ben Simmons, if he
Hmm.
came back, he could have developed a better jumper and been more prepared for the NBA.
I totally agree. Because he definitely
Not
would have had to work on that.
right. Not get exposed that you don't have a jumper where people playing off you
Hmm.
and daring you to shoot and you not shooting. And then when you shoot, everybody be like, oh, yeah, we got him.
Hmm.
Now, if he'd stayed one more year, his coach could have said, hey, listen, man, we're going to work on straight jumpers, mid range.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah,
get that game tight. So,
and I don't want to.
Cole a better shooter than him now.
Oh
So
no, yeah,
he
yeah,
don't
no,
have
for
that
sure, for
problem.
sure, sure.
So,
I mean, I saw somewhere that he's probably one of the top rebounding guards to come out too. And I mean,
right.
you totally see the difference when he's playing and how
Yeah.
that offense is and how that
Yeah.
defense is, and when he's not playing. No, UNC is totally a different team altogether. So, hey, as a Tar Heel fan, I would love for him to come back for another season with
Yeah, I
those
would.
All
Me
Americans
too.
coming in through just to do a little vengeance
I would
tour.
love to see him play with them.
Oh yeah, because that whole squad, like 1 to 5.
That would be deadly. So I'm gonna say, Roy, get on your game. Talk to the young man. Say,
Mm-hmm.
hey man, I can help you get ready, and then
Yeah.
come back
Mm-hmm.
and he do it one more time. Try to do it one more time, but I don't know how bad his injury was.
Oh, hey there.
Like if it's one of them injuries that just nag
Yeah.
and stuff like, then if it's like some can hamper him, go
Mm-hmm.
get your money, man.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Let
No. No. For sure. If
let
there's
the,
a
let the NBA get you healthy.
yeah,
But
because what you're 19, 20. I mean, you 24, 25. You still good.
yeah, let the
So
NBA get you healthy.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure whoever drafts you is gonna have the doctor, medical staff,
Uh-huh.
trainer, all that on that. So
That first year, you may not even play if it's that serious.
right,
If you're hurting, so do the Joel Embiid, trust the process.
right.
Do that whole thing, and you'll be good to
So
go. But no, I think it would be fun for a collegiate fan of UNC to watch him play. I think it's good for him too, just to let him have a little bit of fun. I mean, he's probably hasn't had that much fun compared to as if he was playing
right.
because let him have the college experience, let him do his thing, and get that accolades and stuff. But I mean, I think it would not be a bad idea for him to come as long as his knee injury isn't. And they're not saying that because there's
Right, we don't
rumors that.
know, how severe it is, but if they saying he can come back for the tourney, so
Because
but
right now, when I'm reading this right now, it's saying that UNC's got four North Carolina signees dot McDonald's All American game rosters. So
yeah,
I'm excited about that. So put him together with that. Ooh,
that'd be nice, man. But
we'll see.
we'll
We'll
see.
see. All right. All right. So
Speaking on basketball injuries coming back, did you see
mhm.
that Zion?
Dude. So again, UNC Duke. I one. I saw how. I mean, that city. New Orleans was. They were loving it. They were like cheering Zion, Zion. Just to see that little. I mean, he didn't play what 15, 20
I think he played like 17, 18 minutes.
in that stretch where he had like how many baskets in a row?
7.
7 baskets in a row, shooting 3 pointers. Like,
Yeah, 4 for 4.
man,
Spot up too. So
he brought them in like they were like losing. He comes in, they bring him, he gets them close. Like he's dominated like just so when he was in college, he was a man among boys. He's in
right.
the pros, he's still grabbing offensive rebound. I'm like, what?
Did you
Like,
see on our IG page the post of him sending the ball? He blocked the shot, sending like into the fifth row.
gosh. And I mean the man is not like a 7 footer.
Hmm. It's just leaping ability.
And just seeing his hops, like how quick he was jumping up after the rebound with his knee not being, his leg being 100%. It's, it's good enough to make sure that he's not going to hurt
Right.
himself, but it's not like off season, hey, I got some rest and I'm good to
No.
go type of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it remind me of LeBron game.
The
His
hype,
first game. Yeah.
the hype of that, yeah.
Yeah. The performance.
His motor was like 100%. Like, you know how, you got to pace yourself, and maybe he did that too because he knew he was only going to
But
be in
you can
there for
see
like
you can see the
15 minutes.
fatigue in him now.
Yeah,
He
well,
got
of
a little
course.
fatigue in him now.
Yeah,
But
but he knew he
the
was only playing
performance,
17 minutes, so he knew he probably had the ball hard. But the question is, I mean, his motor was nonstop.
yeah, but his stats
Look
rival the
good.
LeBron
Yeah.
first game. So, and then for him to follow it up with the second game,
Mhm.
hey, man, might be something.
Uh,
I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon because I don't got too much confidence in his jumper because the form of it.
The form is
It
not the
take
prettiest form.
yeah, it take him a while. Once they start playing up on him
Yeah,
and not
yeah.
too scared about him blowing past him, jumping,
Mhm.
that might be a problem jumping wise. Like, because they can trap him and stuff to stop him from going driving. So,
Mhm.
but
There's not that much tape on him. But
yeah,
with
I'm
that
I'm
being
I'm gonna
said,
look at him. I'm gonna check him out.
is he worth you watching courtside? Are you gonna be watching courtside with the VR
Oh
when
yeah,
he's playing?
yeah. They matter
Oh,
of
you have to
fact,
say.
I was just looking at the VR schedule
Oh, you
earlier,
have to say.
and one of their games is on there.
I mean, this is a New Orleans city where I mean, who they lost people. They had nobody. I mean, it's like normally you would not watch a team like New Orleans, but when you got
Right.
one player like that who's people are talking about, like MJ saying that this is just the beginning,
Yeah.
and you hear that coming from MJ. MJ really doesn't talk about players,
Mm-mm.
you know, and players rarely even talk about him because they don't want him to say something bad. And you got MJ saying something like that after the first game.
Yeah. I'll be able to check it. Look, I'll be able to check it my courtside March the 13th when they play Utah Jazz.
Okay,
So
but then
and
he's probably playing more minutes too.
right, and I'm looking at the people that's signed up. Like they gonna be there in
Uh,
VR.
uh,
1,703 people.
and that game is until that's 2 months away. It's 2 months away, and you got people who are already
Se-
talking about that.
1,703 people is locked and loaded for that in
Are,
VR.
are they gonna have a free? Is the VR gonna be able to handle that? Jeez, I mean 1,700 now. Gosh, so no, I think he's something special. Just watching the clips and just, I mean, he's as long as the one thing that I worry is just is his body gonna be able to take it? Because we've seen people who are freaks of nature who they're just too much for their body and their body couldn't handle it. So I'm
Right,
hoping that's not because he had one injury again in college. He got another injury before he can even start. So that's already two injuries back to back like that.
right. So, um, well, he's in the NBA, so I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah, the
sure.
trainers, people are gonna
Yeah,
get him right. But
because I read somewhere where the medical staff like they was trying to
they
pace
were,
him.
they were also reteaching him how to do a lot of stuff too, like his mechanics, body mechanics. I heard they're trying to teach
Right.
him how to run to because he has too much power. Like you saw what he did with that shoe when he was playing against UNC. That shoe just busted.
Oh yeah, that shoe just gave up on him.
Yeah. So he just has so much torque and so much force where his body couldn't handle what was going on. So no, I think Zion. I'm hoping that he becomes something because it'll be something fun to watch.
Yeah, I will be there in VR, locked and loaded, watching every minute.
All right, you let me know how that goes. I'll
Uh,
watch live. How about that? I watch live. You watch
I'm watching
watch
courtside
VR.
VR
You'll
and
be
get
good to
close as
go.
possible.
Okay. All right. So we got in. So we forgot last week and the week before that you got some movies that you got to talk about. One of the things that we try to do with the whole Raymond and Sons is you are our resident movie person, and
Right.
you've caught a couple of movies already in 2020. So you want to give us a couple of rundowns on some of the movies you watched. As we
Well,
wrap up this episode, tell me what you think, what you saw, and was it worth seeing or not seeing it?
okay. The Grudge. The storyline kind of weak,
What's
whatever.
the storyline, just for some of us who don't know?
It's about a
No
curse.
spoilers, just something so that I
Yeah,
know
it's just
what's
a
going on.
curse that follows you and then kills you basically. But The Grudge, the remake, it's the story is weak, but the jump scares is the best part of it. Because the theater I was in, it defeated everybody.
You were telling me that you had people saying, "I don't want to open my eyes. I
Yeah,
don't want to see." You're telling me
like
grown men were like, "Oh, that got me."
it was over it now. It defeated everybody. Like I even jumped one time in there, and I knew it was coming, but I couldn't. I didn't know where it was coming from.
Yeah, you knew the storyline and you still jumped.
Yeah, so I get grudge to see because of that part, but storyline weak, but it's alright. Underwater, underwater. Oh my goodness.
All right, tell me about that storyline. Tell the Raymond Sun crew, the RAS crew, what's going on with that?
Underwater is about a drilling company that decided to drill in the marriage the dang, I forgot the name of it. It's married some trench, the deepest part of the ocean so
Okay.
far, 7 miles down,
Okay.
and some comes up. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay. Okay.
Some comes up, but they budget wise, they spent like blockbuster money budget.
Oh, wow.
So they ain't skimp on the monsters. They didn't skimp on the budget. So check it out. And Bad Boys 3, aka Bad Boys for Life.
Okay.
Um oh, it went down. Probably the best Bad Boys
Oh,
movie.
wow. Oh, wow. So this is like 20 years later from the last Bad Boys.
It's probably the
And
best Bad Boys.
wow. Wow. So
Story wise, action wise, nah.
because they
Story
couldn't do
wise,
it, because they
best Bad
couldn't do it.
Boys.
So action wise, because they just couldn't do it like they used to.
I won't say that. It's just
That-
that Michael Bay didn't direct this.
oh, okay.
He's big on action. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but storyline, by far the best.
So despite the fact that the action wasn't there, it's still a must see.
Yeah, Bad Boys for Life, must see.
Wow.
Go
Wow.
check
Wow.
it out now.
So when you're looking at the people who were in that audience, was it a lot of people who had seen 1 and 2 and the diehard Bad Boys
Oh
people
yeah,
who wanted to see it,
yeah.
or was it a new crowd that you were seeing too?
It was mostly the people that seen it before, and then with a new scattered in.
So it's pretty much all. It's pretty much all of our peers because we grew up watching Bad Boys.
Right. So it's us, and then a bunch of little youngers scattered in here and there.
Okay.
But it's a must see. And then me and my wife went and seen The Gentleman.
Yes.
That's the best movie I've seen so far.
Whoa. Oh.
This year, 2020.
Wow.
That's the best movie I've seen so far.
All right.
Guy Ritchie.
Yeah.
Hey, if he threw you off on King Arthur, oh, he brought you back on this one.
I feel ya.
Yeah.
You gonna podcast?
Hey, Ophelia.
You're on a podcast with Uncle Rod. Say hi to Uncle Rod.
Hey.
So you're telling me that out of all those movies, that was the top movie. So that's the one where I need to make sure that brother-in-law buys it on Apple TV.
Yes. Yes. It was well written. And then the cast, oh man, the cast.
They had some the dudes on there. Like, who were the people in the cast again?
Hugh Grant, Matthew McConaughey, Charlie, the one that played King Arthur. I don't want to mess his name up. He was phenomenal. Like, he was a standout.
Man, so you have the A-list.
Yeah, like he was a standout. He did his thing. But the whole movie well written. And Matthew McConaughey, oh, he was at top form. It was it was right up his alley. So that's on my ranking, that's the best. That's the best one.
Okay. Ophelia, I guess we got to make sure that, well, this might not be Ophelia approved movie. Not yet. Well, I mean, it wasn't.
Nah, yeah, she can watch that.
Okay, so you might have to watch a movie with mommy and daddy, Ophelia.
Yeah, she watch that.
You gonna watch that movie?
Like it's just written well. Like
it's storyline.
It's not overly violent. It's not sexually wise. I don't think it was only 2 like little minor scenes, not like kissing or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to make sure brother-in-law puts it on the Apple TV.
Yeah. So that's the best movie I ain't seen so far. We taking a week off. I don't
Okay.
think nothing coming out, and then we getting ready for Birds of Prey.
Okay.
So
So you heard it here, Raymond and Sons crew. You heard our resident
I
movie
feel ya.
extraordinaire man giving us the recommendations on what movies to watch so far in 2020.
I part a Tony play.
Oh
What
yeah,
she say?
Playing.
you part. You went to potty. You're partying.
No.
All right, we gotta get this. We gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah, I gotta go to
So,
dinner.
all right, man. So again, those of you who are watching us on Raymond and Sons, thank you again for another wonderful episode of Raymond and Sons. If you want to know how to find us, Rod, tell them how you can find us.
You can find us on Instagram at Raymond and Sons, and on Twitter at Raymond and Son, and on YouTube as Raymond and Son. Subscribe, like, follow. We're getting better and better at this. This is our eighth episode?
I think so. So if
Yeah,
you want to watch
so
the other 7, look us up.
yeah, so we're gonna get better and better and more
More
comfortable doing this. So like, subscribe, tune in, and we got Miss Ophelia here, so you get
Say
to see
hi,
Miss
Ophelia.
Ophelia
Say hi to the camera.
and
Say
do our
hi.
thing. Dez didn't make this episode because she's out looking for food, so we'll get back next week with the MMA headlines and get ready for the Super Bowl. So we'll see y'all next Saturday. And tune in, like, subscribe again, please. Thank you.
All right, guys. Raymond and Sons. Rod, I'll see you. America,
All right,
we'll
I'm going
see
to
you
get something
until
to eat
next
now.
time. Get out of here. Enjoy date night. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
See you later.